Initially, I went into this video having played Genshin Impact once before, a couple years back, and I remember disliking it, and I couldn't give great reasons why, so I went back into the game and find what it was, so I had an actual case. During the intro quest, I was thinking, why did I hate this game? It's pretty fun. And then I finished the intro quest, and it all started coming back to me. First, we have to talk about game progression. Oh my god, it's so slow. Most games like this, you could just do quests as you get them, and if you aren't powerful enough, you get good, you come back, and then you do it that time. Genshin Impact is an easy enough game that you can easily do quests that are over 5 levels above yours. However, the devs don't like that, and you are MiHoYo's bitch, and you could play the game when they want you to. You can't do the second part of the intro until I grind another hour on a random side quest or world exploration, and the world is unlocked until you do the main quest, which also sucks. I get some of it isn't just out yet, but let me go where it's available for that. If I can't handle it, I'll get my ass handed to me and I'll learn from it. Character leveling is weird. I don't necessarily dislike it, but I'm not sure I care much for it either. I guess that kind of makes sense for how you have multiple characters to deal with, but you upgrade them using items instead of XP, which you can get some XP doing stuff, but it's mostly using these items. Now, you can get XP to level up your adventure ranking, which is how you get to, play the game. But, if you're just getting shit on, you can just level up your character in the middle of combat, so there's that. The combat is easily my least favorite part about the game. You hold left click until your ability is ready, then you use it. Don't need to time it. Then use your special ability once you've held left click long enough. At first I thought the type fighting was interesting, but the game just became use right character type to win. Or not, you'll still win. It's not as ridiculously easy as I remember, as you can watch me get bullied right now, but this is a creature that's double my level, I'm at a type disadvantage, and I have the starter equipment, no artifacts. And I still nearly pulled it off without switching characters. I'm not against being able to heal in combat via pause menu, not my favorite method, but it doesn't ruin the game that much. But when I can upgrade my weapon and characters during combat, it's a bit silly. Combat is basically have the correct character and hold left click to win. It's just dull, couple characters have charge attacks, but it's so boring and repetitive. To explain my point a bit more, I'm going to explain more combat styles from other games that I really enjoy, such as Risk of Rain 2 and Ultra Kill. Risk of Rain 2 only gives you one more primary ability than Genshin, well, and a passive equipment too, but that's not really important right now. And it being a roguelike, the game is built on being repetitive. But the combat is different. With Genshin, all the abilities don't merge well. You could take a break from holding left click to use an ability, and while sometimes the specials fit, the abilities often don't. Compare that with Risk of Rain 2, where all the abilities work well with your primary attack. We'll specifically look at Bandit. His attack is a shotgun, or rifle, depending on your alt blast, and you get so many rounds before you reload. You have a slash attack to spice it up with a short cooldown, a shift ability that functions as a dash, dodge, or triple jump if you time it right. Then his special allows you to reset the cooldowns on all of these with a kill. It all just flows together, works well with each other, and you don't feel like your combat's being interrupted when you have to use a different ability. Another game that does combat well is Ultra Kill. With Genshin, you have 3 things you can do. Can you use your special? If yes, use it. If not, can you use your ability? If yes, use it. If not, primary attack. Granted, you could switch characters, but it follows the same flowchart. With Ultra Kill, you have 5 weapons, 3 variants of each, and 3 of those having alternate modes, and each having a primary fire and an ability. On top of that, you could do a lot of funny things if you combine the weapon abilities. Ultra Kill's combat has a lot of variety to it, and it makes it a lot more interesting. Both of these things Genshin lacks in both flow of combat and the variety of abilities you can use. While I have many criticisms of the game, I do thoroughly enjoy the open world. A lot of open world games suffer from having a world that is way too empty, but Genshin's is full of chests, monster camps, resources, and puzzles. There are some dungeons, but they're level locked again. The puzzles are somewhat disappointing as it's mostly just use this ability type here, but it's still a nice addition. The world also looks stunning. The visuals of the game are beautiful, and the music is great and fits well with what you are doing at any point in the area you're in. Few open world games actually say you can climb whatever and actually deliver, and I haven't found many things in this game that I can't climb, so I do appreciate that. The story has been mixed for me so far. It seems interesting, but not necessarily great. But I only got so far in the game, because the stupid game progression locks, so I can't judge too much. From what I've read, it seems pretty interesting, and I'd like to see how it ends when the games are finished, but fuck off if you think I'm gonna be grinding that many levels to just play the game. Characters have been varying as well. Most of them have nice designs and the voice actors are great at their jobs, but the script is hit or miss. Some of it's good, and some things I've even chuckled at, like when you say you plan to eat Paimon, or the kid that just drops that his dad left him. And then there's these weird scenes that are just anime banter between characters you barely know and a character you never see again for a while, and it's just bad. Also, fuck Paimon. The gacha system is easily the worst part of the game. You occasionally get items that allow you to wish. Of course, you could pay real-world money for more wishes. You then have a chance to get an item or character you want, but you'll most likely get a weapon that is worse than the one you got for clearing the tutorial quest. This is a terrible way to make a game system, and if it a gacha system, like, I get wanting to make money, but don't make it the best way to get artifacts, weapons, or characters. It's not like you always have a chance to get a character you want, because it'll just randomly cycle through events, so you have a chance of getting a chance of a character you want after paying probably real-world money. Genshin Impact is a mid-game at best. While its world and music are fantastic with its character and dialogue being hit or miss, the lock story, poor fighting mechanics, and gacha system make the rest of it unenjoyable. Overall, 3.5 out of 10. Frankly, I'd still recommend trying it, as many people I know enjoy the game regardless of those flaws. And it's free, so if you don't like it, you don't lose anything besides time out of your life you won't get back. Make sure to do all the algorithm positive things like commenting and liking as such. Subscribing wouldn't hurt either. And maybe next time I'll talk positively about a game.